Excuse me, everybody. Move it, sir. Oh, boy. Ow! 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 That's mean! That's the devil in you. That's the devil. Jake! Look! Hurry!
No, you don't understand.
Tex has something on his horn.
All morning.
I don't understand. That's that net from that hay.
Yeah.
That's the hay net.
Well, hold on. I'm just gonna grab it.
Okay, but not through the fence because he might rip your hand off of it. Jake, does it go to the other horn too? Jacob,
No way.
it's on both horns. Jake, that is actually not good. Uh-oh. Tex does not like to be laughed at. That's the problem. Moo was sitting there with this. He had a snicker on his face. Did y'all see the snicker? Sometimes you don't have to laugh at someone. You just snicker, and that's bad enough. And Tex does not like to be snickered at or be made fun of. Come on, Moo, you big galoot, and get that snicker off your face. It's not funny. I can hang this here when I want to have a really deep, thought-provoking chat with you all, where we can talk about God's goodness and all of the blessings. Or there's other times when I can flip this sucker around. There we go. Look, I can just flip that sucker around, and you know that all hell's about to break loose. Careful, Jake. Watch your eyes and your man parts. You got to get a little bit lower by the horn. Maggie, no love. Oh yes, Jake. Oh yes, Jake. You're the best. Ha ha ha. That's old Jake. That's our hero. That's old Jake with the camera in one hand, and he grabbed the bull by the horns. So that net's not going to work out very well. It was great while there was hay, and then once the hay got low enough for him to manipulate it, that's the end of that. Jake, please be careful now. Oh, he trusts you then. Maggie, he doesn't trust you. I'm giving Trudy some spaghetti, but she's gonna lay in it. Trudy has to lay in her food because she wants to make sure that if anyone comes over here to run her away like a goat, then they're gonna be grossed out by eating it. And she can come back and eat it later. So, see, here's an example. Here comes Copper. He's gonna run her away, but it's okay because guess what? She's already laid in it. And now Copper's gonna be grossed out. Oh, Copper, you're not grossed out by that? Trudy, here's some more. Hurry, eat it fast, Trudy. Trudy, you need to go faster than that, baby. Oh boy, here's Ringo. See? Oh, poor Trudy. Ringo, you don't even like spaghetti. Copper, settle down. You ran Trudy off her spaghetti. Trudy, now it's all over your face, love. Now's a nice time to lay an egg. Just gonna sit here and lay an egg. Do not come over here. You have spaghetti all over your face, and now it's all over my shorts, Trudy. These were clean. Well, hello, good looking. Can I get me a little? Hold on. Oh. There. I forgot to close my eyes. I forgot to close my eyes when I gave her a kiss. Folks, good morning. Lester here, and I'm hanging out at our kissing tree. Today, I am starting an extensive goat fencing project. 600 foot of goat wire that I have to run down this fence line you see behind me over here, getting ready for the goats and the ostriches that'll be coming over here at some point. It's hot. It's only the 1st of May and it's already so hot. But I'll tell you what, I've got to get this done. I'm starting early and I've already got a sweat going. But let me turn the camera around and talk to you about what's what and the steps of this project. You're probably saying, Lester, not another fencing project. I'm so tired of fencing projects. Like I'm not tired of fencing projects. Do you think I like fencing projects? These are hard. Okay, so you already know the story of the kissing tree and how we've done all that we can to preserve and save it because it sits right here along the fence line and we did not want to have it cut down when the guys come and cleared the lane for the fencing. So we've actually had to work around it. We put us a culvert in long enough to give me a place to drive over on that side, and we're going to put our fencing right along the string line that I have run here, keeping a nice straight fence. All right, so I got that little section up right there. I'm still trying to stay true to my string. That one middle post right there is a little bit off. It's a little bit too far in. And you guys may say, Lester, that's not a big deal. That's minor. But I had a hard time digging on the side of this little creek here. It's not a dad bod. It's a father figure. Boom! I love this shirt. What I'm trying to be very careful of is all of this. This is the kind of stuff that just, it really, really affects me. I don't know what's poison oak and what's poison ivy and what's safe and what you can eat and what you can lay your head on. I have no idea. But I know when I get out here messing around, I start sniffling and sneezing. My eyes are watering right now. It's just being around it, driving over it, kicking it out of my way. So very allergic to it, whatever it is. My God, I've never fought through so many roots. I don't know, Lester, why you always brag on your fence building. That's the only thing you ever want in a video is your fence building, like you're the only moral man that can build a fence. Yeah, I'm the only moral man that does this kind of stuff because everyone else would have done called it quits. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. So looky here. I'm on my last hole. I've already put 14 holes in the ground. This is number 15. And if all of a sudden, maybe I'm just tired, but if all of a sudden this one here doesn't give me so much heck, and you know why? Look right there beside it. Do you see that stump? That's an oak tree they had to cut down. And you all know how wide of a diameter an oak tree's roots go. And so it doesn't matter where I try to auger, I am hitting roots, and there's some big ones. Not those little small things I can sometimes chop through, but they're about a foot down. And they're just rattling my body. I can feel my teeth chattering almost. Yeah, I don't know if this is safe, but I will. It's my last one. This is the last hole. And then I got to move concrete in post. Toledo.
That's too much like work.
Do not roll up here and say, hey neighbor, when I've just now got the last hole dug. And then you roll up and hey neighbor me. Did you bring a beer?
Got some.
Gatorade, water. Boy, you just roll up to talk. You wait till I get the last hole. Look at all the roots in there. Do you know how hard that was to auger? Isn't that attractive? I'm done. I can't see. My eyes just water. Just all of my head, just things are pouring out of me. I I got 19 posts in the ground with concrete, but I'll tell you what, that poison ivy and stuff is just crazy. I can't breathe it. I can't walk around in it. In case you're worried about the goats, though, guys, goats eat that stuff. Goats eat that stuff, and they couldn't be happier. So the things that you're allergic to, don't think that this is where the goats are going to be walking around. I'm sorry you have to see me this way. So I want to show you guys something over here at my prayer place. You see that? I want to show you. Uh-oh. Look what I got. I can hang this here when I want to have a really deep, thought-provoking chat with you all, where we can talk about God's goodness and all of the blessings. Or there's other times when I can flip this sucker around. There we go. Look, I can just flip that sucker around, and you know that all hell's about to break loose, and that Lester's going to say something that I'm probably going to regret. Right? But for right now, let's just talk about this right here. I know what you're all wondering. First of all, I've gotten the Benadryl. Jamie hooked me up with the Benadryl, and I feel much better. I've also showered off, and that did wonders. I know you're probably saying, Lester, wait a minute. I've noticed that you have started a lot of projects, but very few have I seen the completed product. Busted. That is my MO. I have always been that way, y'all. I've been that way. Let me turn my camera around and show you some stuff. Remember this? What in the... Hey, I've been looking for that. You remember this fence here? Yeah, this is the one that I started, and I made several videos from this location, and I kept talking about the ostrich/goat pasture. Man, we come out and we hung the gates, and we had a lot of videos here. This is where you saw my bunny hop. And yet it still sits here incomplete. I've only made it down as far as there. How many of y'all remember this fencing project? I made a couple of videos from here too. I talked about putting all this fence up, and this will be the last thing we got to do before the cows come over. Yeah, I kind of run out of steam on this one too, guys. I run out of steam. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Lester, you told us you're going to put gates on all these stalls and have them longhorns eating out of the palm of your hands in no time. I did tell you that, and I got the gates. Guys, I got the gates. I just haven't hung them yet. I haven't built that little back feed room I promised you. Remember that? I was going to build some back feed room over here, and I haven't got around to that either. Would you believe that my mom and dad, they used to always joke and say, Lester does everything half-assed. Half-assed. Half-ass. You heard me right, because that's what I would do. I would start jobs and not always finish them. So there are some things that I start that I can't help but finish, like mowing the grass. Man, I can't stand to leave the lawn just half mowed. So yeah, truth be told, there are only so many hours in a day. I'm gonna hang that. I am gonna hang that. And sometimes I just run out of steam. But I really do have good intentions, guys. I have great intentions. But sometimes things come up, and I just can't always. Sometimes things come up, friends. And Lester, yeah. There we go. Listen, I need to talk to God, okay? I need to talk to God.